The Joint Union Congress of the Police Service Commission has issued a notice of indefinite strike. The union said that the strike would commence from Monday, August 29, 2022. Chairman of the Joint Service Union, Adoyi, says that the notice was coming amidst disagreement between workers of the Commission, the Chairman of the Commission, Mr. Musiliu Smith, and the Inspector General of Police, Usman Babang, which the body should be responsible for recruitment, promotion, and appointment of constables and officers. He noted that the IGP and other police chiefs, in connivance with the chairman of the PSC, have overruled the constitutional duty of the PSC in flagrant disregard of the Nigerian Constitution. We're now being joined live by security expert and managing director of Beacon Consulting Nigeria, Kabir Adamu. Thanks for joining us, Mr. Kabir Adamu.
Thank you. Good evening.
Right now, Nigeria is currently grappling with security challenges, and in the midst of all this, the Police Service Commission has announced it's embarking on a strike to press home its constitutional rights of recruiting and promoting officers. They claim the IGP has been usurping powers. What does this portend to us as a nation?
Well, it's quite unfortunate. The Police Service Commission and the Inspector General of Police are all working for the same purpose, that is to advance the cause of the police. And it's quite sad that over a long period, actually, they've been having this tit and tat. It's also extremely sad that there is a Ministry of Police Affairs that should be superintending over the activities of these two organizations. And yet, these types of disagreement not only reaches this boiling point, but sometimes even go to the extent of being taken to court. You would recall the disagreement over the recruitment of additional police officers that President Buhari authorized, I think 10,000 police personnel. That issue went to court. There was a long disagreement between the two sides. Now, it's unfortunate that now we're having another one again, and we're threatened with a strike when we do have a Ministry of Police Affairs. And then within the Parliament, we have chairmen at the Senate level and at the House of Rep level for police affairs. I think that these things should have been addressed at that level before they reach this boiling point. No doubt a strike at this point in time, when the country is bedeviled by different security challenges, would not augur well for the police as a whole. So clearly, it's quite unfortunate that it's happening.
As a security expert, what would be your advice for these feuding groups?
Like I said, there is the Ministry of Police Affairs, which superintends over these two organizations. I think that ministry should play that card, bring the two together, understand what the FOID is all about. If their mandate is not very clear, then perhaps there is a need for the National Assembly to be involved. If there is any part of the mandate of each, the Inspector General of Police and the Police Commission, where that allows this type of clashes, and it needs to be corrected from a legislation point of view. And where the issue is just one of non-compliance with the law, then the presidency needs to step in, and the presidency should do that to the Minister of Police Affairs. But my point is that this is not acceptable. It should not be encouraged. There is no reason why organizations that are within the same sector would be having this type of disagreement when what they are trying to achieve is actually for the same purpose. So shift the sport and come to a reasonable agreement on how to progress.
Yeah, thank you so much. But there's been a steady decline in the number of police officers, in Nigeria against an increasing population. Remember in 2016, we had about 756 police officers protecting over 140 million Nigerians at that time. It also dropped in 2017 to 225,339 police officers. What do you think is the panacea to this decline? Because it's affecting the nation's security? What do you think is the panacea to this decline?
I'm aware that the Oronsonyo report has looked at that issue, and the good thing is that that report is being looked at now by the Buhari administration. So part of what the recommendation in that report is to delineate the functions of some of the organizations that are actually carrying out policing functions. So as an example, the Road Safety Commission, its function is actually a policing function, yet it's it's separate from the police, but not just separate from the police. It's actually in a different ministry. So that committee recommended the delineation, and I think also recommended the merger of that organization with the police. So that is one. When you do that, automatically you increase the number. I mentioned earlier on that President Buhari had, at the beginning of his first recommended the employment of 10,000 police personnel every year. I'm not sure that has been done. The last time we were briefed by the Inspector General of Police, I'm told that a certain number has been done for maybe a year or two. But if the administration is in the 7th year, going by that, it means that there should have been added about 70,000 police personnel. If you take the number of personnel that died, those that have been killed by the different threat elements that we have in the country, then you're right, the number is definitely reducing. So we need to also implement that presidential directive. Whatever is preventing the implementation of presidential directive should be overcome.
Thank you so much.
And then, of course, lastly, we should, as the people, also make sure that when the employments are taking place, it is people of good standing, of good character. In the past, it would be, reject society that would be sent to the police.
Because of time, let's quickly look at the image of the Nigerian police force. The NPF looks like an endangered species, especially with so many years it's been classified as the most corrupt and inefficient security agency in Nigeria. What do you think the government should do to fix this image, the bad image of the Nigerian police force?
The good thing is that the current Inspector General of Police is doing some amazing stuff. But like we say in my local parlance, when you are making mincemeat and the oil is not enough, then the mincemeat will never be good enough. My point is that the little that he's doing is not showing visible effect, because frankly the malfeasance within the police sector is so much that it would take something akin to a social sector governance or security sector governance reform for us to see the kind of visible effects that we want to see. So let him continue with what he's doing. You would recall, take a visit to Louis Edet House, and if you've been there before and you compare with what is there now, you know that he's doing an amazing job. He sanitized that place, entrance, parking of vehicles, so many things have been sanitized, and that is the beginning point. But he needs to take it further, down to the training schools, to the recruitment level, to a welfare of officers. Second thing he's doing, if you've noticed, discipline has also been improved. Not too long ago, erring officers have been disciplined. It's been shown on the media that they've been disciplined. Those that did well have been commended. In fact, some of them have received special recognition because of what they did well. You recall the officer who rejected a certain bribe in Kano. He was awarded. It was shown on the media. So things like that are things that in the long run will improve the image of the police if they are sustained and if they are done in a manner that shows transparency and shows that the objective is to improve the image of the police.
Thank you so much. Thank you. Thank you so much, Dr. Kabiru Adamu, who is a security expert and MD Beacon Consulting Nigeria. We've been speaking with him on security issues in Nigeria against the backdrop of the PSC and the NPF, the strike that they say they will commence on Monday, the next week, Monday.
Hello. Hope you enjoyed the news. Please do subscribe to our YouTube channel and don't forget to hit the notification button so you get notified about fresh news updates.